We are going to explain about foraging behavior. The first one is foraging model.
Foraging model contains two types of model. First type is selection of prey model. Second is a patch model. Prey model is the type of prey to be eaten, while the patch model describes how long a forager should stay in a patch containing fruit. Considering three parts of the model. First, decision, eat prey or continue finding. Second, currency, the rate of energy intake, calorific value and maximize the rate. Third, constraint, prey needs to be proceed. Patch model describe on how long to stay in a patch, so foragers must decide on how long to stay in a patch. The optimality for the patch model, first the decision, to stay or move to a new patch. Second, the currency, the forager will maximize the rate of the energy intake, and for the constraint, searching for a new patch and foraging within them, patches are found at a one time.
What are the effects of competitors on foraging behavior of animals? Let's look at interspecific or intraspecific competition. Animals tend to force their members or family to forage the suboptimal habitats or consume food that they not usually consume. Next, we go into behavioral changes. As the conspecific competitors present in the food chain, the behavior of animal changes drastically. Lastly, territorial defense in animal behavioral. This is a strategy to defend their territory against potential competitors. It is economical under certain conditions which animal must expend their energy to defend their territory. Now that we have covered the theory, let's watch the real-life situation in animal communities.
Crows have become highly skilled at making a living in these new urban environments. In this Japanese city, they have devised a way of eating a food that normally they can't manage. Dropping a nut from a great height onto a hard road does sometimes crack it, but some nuts are particularly...
Let's continue our presentation with next subtopic, which is techniques for acquiring food. There are 4 techniques classified as electromagnetic fields, tools, aggressive mimicry, and modifying food supply. As we can see, under the electromagnetic fields, animals that use this type of techniques are identified as below: sharks, electric fish, and platypus. Meanwhile, 4 techniques using tools can be seen from sea otter, Egyptian vulture, and chimpanzee. Furthermore, other techniques includes aggressive mimicry using the lures by the fishes and modifying food supplies.
Moving on to foraging and social behavior. The first one is sharing information. Foragers get information if food occurs in dense, rare patches which are unpredictable in space or time. Animals may monitor area for other foragers that have found food. And the second one is cooperative hunting. Some animals can take down larger or more dangerous prey when they hunt in group. We are going to watch 2 videos regarding this.
Knows it. He is surrounded. The center moves in for the kill. But bringing him down requires the extra 100-pound bulk of one of the big males.
In this game, the winners have the best defenses. Freezing has become one of the ways of animals to defend themselves against predator. It has camouflaged themselves, pretend to be something they are not, either their coloration, marking pattern, or entire body resembles something else in the environment. Hermero plant species has used deception technique to defend themselves against predator. At the slightest hint of danger, being either a swooping bird or pouncing like that, the moth caterpillar begins its masquerade. Some nesting birds make themselves as conspicuous as possible when approached by a predator. Rather than attempting to cover their nest, egg, or young, these birds deliberately attract the attention of the intruder, usually behaving in an extravagant manner. Many organisms are harmful to predators. As for the primordial beetles, they have special way of defending themselves. Many animals keep close to their home, nests, burrow, and refuges due to it is easier to escape and familiarity with escape route to avoid predator. In mimicry, an organism, the mimic closely resemble other organisms. There are several types of mimicry. The most three common are Batesian mimicry, Mullerian mimicry, and unusual mimicry.
Animals can reduce risk of predation by associating with conspecifics in groups. There are some strategies that prey use to protect themselves from the predators. First, we have the encounter dilution effect, which means the higher the number of prey, the less the probability for the predator to encounter the group of prey. Encounter and dilution effect might operate simultaneously. The second one, we have the selfish herd. Why animals form groups? Because it is better to be in between two individuals when a predator is present. Third, increased detection of predators. More animals in a group will allow for at least one to detect a predator, and this is what researchers call as many eyes hypothesis. Fourth, we have the confusion effect. Predators exhibit lower pre-capture rate and a longer period of hesitation when they attack group of prey than solitary prey. The fifth one, we have mobbing as group defense. Instead of the predator attacking the prey, the table turns in mobbing, in which the prey attacks the predators.